Alright, what is up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Bandai figure rise standard, and this is the Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan 2 Son Gohan. If you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys know that I love my model kits, and I love these figure rise standard model kits as well. Are they as good as the SH Figure Arts? No. But they are definitely a step above the Dragon Stars. Sometimes I do actually prefer the model kit over certain SH Figure Arts. This one, I think, may be the case. I really like this one. I had such a fun time building this one. But before we get a closer look at the model kit, let's start with packaging for all you box lovers out there. We'll start by getting a closer look at the side. We have a few images of the model kit itself and a few awesome poses, which is fantastic. Gohan looks very menacing, very intimidating, tough. Such a cool model kit. On this side, we have the same image. Oh my god, I don't have a whole lot of space here, but same image that we have on front of Gohan. And on this side, we have a quick little read-up that says, despite being the son of Son Goku, a Saiyan warrior, and Chi-Chi, a human, Son Gohan grows up a timid, easily frightened child who dreams of being a scholar. When he lets himself go, however, Gohan wields immeasurable power. Piccolo takes Gohan under his wing, teaching the young boy how to harness his abilities while Goku trains in the other world. Pretty awesome. And the first time I ever watched Dragon Ball Z, man, Gohan was such a whiny little character. That's all he did was whine and complain. So to see Gohan kind of turn into this, I'm going to say badass character, badass fighter, it was awesome, man. I mean, who's not a fan of Gohan? Continuing on with the box here, we have a few other model kits down here. So we have Super Saiyan Gotenks, we have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and we have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegito, or Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. On this side, just the same image of Gohan that I can barely fit on screen, but it's the same image right here. And then on the back of the package, we have nothing. That's it for packaging. Let's get a closer look at the rest of the kit. I'd like to start off getting a closer look at the instructions first, and you guys are probably thinking, what would we want to see instructions? Well, I try to be somewhat thorough when I'm doing my model kits and doing my reviews, so we'll start with the inside. So these are kind of awkward. I actually wish they were in almost like a book type form, but I can't complain. I guess they're pretty straightforward instructions, kind of awkward when you're trying to show them on screen, but we have 6 sprues in totals, and we have a little tiny sticker sheet down on the side here. Black and white instructions on this side, and then on this side we do have the colored instructions with the kit fully assembled, and we have the Kamehameha blast there, blast effect, which is pretty cool. We have a little figure stand on the bottom. Yeah, and pretty much the same poses that we have on the back. We have them fighting Cell up in the corner here, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, very small review space here, so it's kind of hard to get the full instructions, but at least you guys got a rough idea if you are looking to get into these kits, what they expect. So, and let's get out the actual figure itself, or model kit, whatever you want to call it. And we have the Kamehameha blast. I always called it the Kamehameha wave or Kamehameha blast, but I've been corrected by some hardcore Dragon Ball fans who said, you're saying it wrong, man. Don't beat me up too much in the comments below. Pretty cool blast effect. We have seen this a few times before. I think we've seen it with Cell, and we definitely seen it with one of the Goku figures that I have here. I'm pretty sure I have like 3-4 of these kind of sitting around. Pretty cool thing about this little stand, the blast comes off, and there's a little hole right here, which this ports into. And it also comes with this little piece here that you can kind of put on. And this little piece goes into Gohan's crotch, or behind Goku's crotch. This goes around his back, and you can kind of put them up and kind of pose them. This is articulated, and you kind of pull this out here, and you can adjust it. There's little lines, little ridges on this that can port in, and you can actually adjust a few different heights here. The base itself is pretty small though, so you can't go super high with your poses. Like I previously mentioned, there is one sticker sheet. They go inside this little blast effect that it's in his hand when he's charging up to Kamehameha. And this little sticker here is actually his tongue, which goes onto the other face. So in total, it comes with 2 faces. I know some of these kits we get a few more faces, but this one actually has 2. So we have the Screaming one, and we have the Mad one. And he comes with 2 hands. He comes with 2 open hands, 2 open blast hands, and he comes with 2 fisted hands as well, which are pretty cool. And he comes with this little blast effect there. So when he's charging up, you can see the little chrome or silver sticker on the inside there. And then we have another one for this side, so it's pretty cool. And then as for the kit itself, or the figure itself, the only downside with this one compared to some of the other ones, his hands fall out really easily, which kind of sucks. They don't really want to stay in. And the only other issue that I find with this one is the arm will actually come off here like that. Nice and easy, not that big of a deal. It slides right back on, but it can be kind of a pain in the butt. So right off the bat, I'm going to take these hands off, and then we have this little wrist piece here. So if you have some glue, I recommend kind of gluing these little pieces on so that you don't lose them. They are kind of small. Let's put on his fisted hands here. All right, let's get a closer look. I think they did an awesome job on this one, man. For a model kit, this actually looks fantastic. I'll do some comparisons to the SH Figure Arts and the Dragon Stars a little later, but we'll get a closer look at this one first. The hair itself is a translucent yellow plastic instead of a like a full color plastic. It's more of a translucent plastic. It's shiny, almost like a metallic appearance, which I gotta say it looks kind of cool, man. I know the SH Figure Arts, this is the Super Saiyan Gohan, but you can see that his hair is really flat, like a really light yellow color. And then when we get to the Dragon Stars is a very bright glossy yellow. So we have detail on the face. We see his eyebrows kind of down, and we got the smirk or kind of evil, unimpressed look on his face there. We have all kinds of detail in his neck, which looks great. His chest muscles and all that stuff, and we have tons of little wrinkles in his pants and all over his suit, which looks fantastic. And tons of detail in his arms, muscles, and all that stuff look fantastic as well. We get down to his shoes. There's some detail in his shoes, which look good. I mean, if you can paint, guys, if you can paint model kits, you're kind of have a steady hand, then you can really customize this one and really make it pop out. Personally, I just kind of do these as they are. Don't customize them a lot. Maybe do a little bit of, not panel lining, but kind of just put a little bit of black wash or gray wash or something like that just to bring out the details just a little bit more. So the overall appearance of this one looks great, man. I love it. So as for articulation, the neck is articulated, so that goes back and forth just a little bit. You don't really get any side to side. Be careful with the head on these, because if you look up, the back part of the hair usually comes off. So we don't get a whole lot of range of motion, like I previously mentioned. Back part pops right off. Maybe a little bit of glue could be used on these. I don't really like glue in my model kits unless they give me a lot of trouble. But yeah, so for the head, goes up this far, goes down. You got a little bit of side to side, goes full rotation all the way around if you want it. And as for the shoulders, comes up this far, goes all the way around. There is like almost a butterfly joint here, which comes all the way out. Definitely an ugly looking joint if you take it out this far. This probably comes in handy for certain poses. If you're doing the Kamehameha blast, possibly, but it goes back into place, so it doesn't look that bad unless you kind of pull it all the way out. But it does give you a fantastic range of motion, so it's kind of a good and bad, I guess. But yeah, there's a pivot at the base, there is a pivot above the bicep, you have single jointed elbows, but for single jointed elbows you get a fantastic range of motion. And as for the wrist, like I showed you guys earlier, there's just a little peg there, and that goes in. You can move that all the way around. Definitely have to put something on this, maybe a little bit of glue or something like that, and kind of wiggle it around and make the joints a little bit stiffer. And as for his upper body, it goes back this far, forward this far, so it does pop up a little bit. You can kind of pull up on it from behind it here, and it extends out a little bit, so you get a little bit of added articulation. You don't really get much side to side, but you do get some back and forth. And then you get a little pivot down here that spins all the way around, and then when you're done, you can kind of pop them back down in place, which is it's not bad. Like, I really can't complain. It looks pretty decent as well. So as for the split, we have a drop down joint here, So these drop down like so. Looks ugly when you do it like that, but you can get almost a full split out of this guy. You can probably get a full split if you want to kind of pry on a little bit, but I don't really like doing that with these kits. These are sturdy for what it is. It's sturdy for a model kit, but at the same time, you know what I mean, it is very thin plastic, and I don't want to get any stress marks, any pressure marks on my model kits. As for his legs go forward this far, go back this far, and then we have double jointed knees. As for the ankle, we have a ratchet joint here, so that spins all the way around, goes back and forth, and then there is a little bit of pivot there as well. So a decent range of motion out of his ankles, and I think really good articulation for a model kit. First time I bought one of these figure rise standards, I was very, very impressed, and this hand just keeps falling off. If you guys want to change out the faceplate, you just pull this one off, and this one slides right back on, or ports right back on, like so. This one looks pretty cool as well. Side-by-side comparison of both. The sticker looks pretty good. It's not too bad at all. And I think his eyes and all that stuff look fantastic. We had a closer look. We covered articulations. Let's do some side-by-side comparisons. So if you want to do a size comparison to the Bandai Dragon Stars, then we can see that the Dragon Stars is a fair bit bigger. So the figure rise are a little bit bigger than the SH Figure Arts, but a little bit smaller than the Dragon Stars. This is not the Super Saiyan 2 version of Gohan. It is actually the fighter who surpassed Goku, I think it was called. This is a really cool figure. Really, really pale, really, really white. But size-wise, it's smaller than the figure rise. Looks pretty cool. I gotta say, the plastic that they use is a tad bit flatter and lighter than the figure rise standard. But still looks good. I like two of them, for sure. And if we want to do a Dragon Stars adult Gohan, obviously adult Gohan, a tad bit taller. We can do the figure rise version 2 of Vegeta. We can also do the figure rise Frieza. Last four comparisons, we have Goku. So scale-wise, I think they scale pretty decent. If I am wrong, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, scale-wise, adult, kid Gohan, seems about right to me. Actually, I said one last comparison, but how can I do Gohan without doing a side-by-side comparison to Cell? Such an awesome model kit as well. That's pretty much going to wrap up the review. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you guys collect these figure rise kits? Do you collect the Dragon Stars? Do you collect the SH Figure Arts? And if you do collect any of these, let me know in the comments below which ones you collect. And if you collect all of them, let me know which one you guys prefer. As far as model kits go, I think this is fantastic. In some ways, it is actually better than the SH Figure Arts versions. And in some ways, it's not as good as the Dragon Stars. So there's lots of pros and cons to going with a model kit, but based off the price point, and you actually get to build your own figure, I think these are fantastic. The sculpt is usually good on these. They're usually accurate. Tons of detail for a model kit as well. And I gotta say, man, I actually love these. So if you are looking for a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, pick it up. If you're looking to get into model kits, pick it up as well. I don't think you will regret it. I definitely don't regret it. I love this thing. I think it's fantastic. Definitely fun to play around with. The only frustrating things, like I previously mentioned, is the design of his hands. They fall out way too easy. And just his arm, disarm air kind of falls off. But definitely can fix his hands. As for up here, I could definitely fix that as well, just to make the joint a little bit tighter. I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know in the comments below what you think, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for me. As always, my friends, if you liked that review, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one. So we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Keep collecting, stay safe, go buy some toys and model kits.